Bill, obviously there was an incident yesterday in the match between Emirates Team New Zealand and Mascalzoni. Could you just explain what happened?
It's fair to say. We had an incident up the top mark where Team New Zealand is trying to make sure they enter the zone clear ahead, and lots of manoeuvring around. Eventually they managed to do so, and unfortunately we had a comms failure, which didn't help the incident. But anyway, Mascalzoni got a penalty and then decided to not really abide by that and still continued to try and dominate the mark. And Team New Zealand got inside them and then tried to avoid a collision, bore away and put the spinnaker pole through the side of the boat. Luckily nobody was hurt. That was the first priority, obviously. There was damage done to the Mascalzoni boat, as well as breaking Team New Zealand's spinnaker pole, so pretty serious prang. The race then continued on. Eventually, I understand the Team New Zealand shore crew guys, the boat builders and constructor, were a bit worried about the damage on board Mascalzoni, worried that when they went upwind again there might be a problem with the runners pulling out, which would have brought the rig down and all the rest of the things. So they asked Mascalzoni to stop sailing, but that's... But Mascalzoni was penalised in the incident, but we just had a hearing now, and we have this rule here: if there's contact, it's naughty boys, 1 point. So Mascalzoni also gets a point for that. But we also think Team New Zealand was contributory to it, in that they should have just pulled out and avoided the incident completely and put the flag up again, when they would have got the penalty as well. But they went in, and as such, they were there from the moment it was obvious there was going to be a collision. Sure, they did everything, but to be honest, to be brutally honest, they shouldn't have put their bow in there. So they didn't need to, and they would have, they were in the right. They knew they were in the right because of the penalty that had been given just before that, and that they should have just stayed out of there.
It's only day one of racing, and already we've had one big incident. For you, in terms of the judgment, how clear-cut was the incident?
Beg your pardon, sorry?
How clear-cut was the incident?
The incident was clear-cut for us. It was just compounded by, unfortunately, Mascalzoni didn't get the first signal of zone clear. We had a radio breakdown, which was very unfortunate, which we knew. We signalled that penalty for them for that straight away, really quickly. And that should have been a tweak to them. Oh, hang on, we got penalised for that. We thought we were in the right. We must be. And they continued to force the issue. So, they're not by any means blameless in the whole issue. But it's a racing incident in the end. But we have this quite strong rule here about contact to make sure we have 4 boats at the end of the regatta as well as on day one. And so we have to apply these rules as they're written and as their intent is. And so we have to come down hard when there's been contact.